Alright, y'all, so I'm not even surprised by this. Honestly, I'm at a loss of words, honestly, alright? Now, Chris Cuomo says there won't be police reform until white people's kids start getting killed. Now, I'm just gonna go through some of this and then I'll put my personal opinion on this at the end, alright? Now, he says shootings, gun laws, access weapons. Oh, I know when they'll change. When your kids start getting killed, white people's kids start getting killed. Come and put on a hypothetical accent and pretend to be a white parent. What's going on with these police? Maybe we shouldn't even have police, he said. That's kind of madness, that kind of mania. That will be you. That will be the majority because it's your people, Cuomo said, apparently directed at the white members of the audience. Alright, how many more, Cuomo asked, died of the pandemic, dying from pollution? George Floyd, Dante Wright. I wonder if you'll remember their names in 6 months from now because they'll be replaced by so many others. Cuomo pointed out that some focus on the other victims in past police shootings. Why do that? Because you want to make the problem them. He said, takes out the onus of the idea that you're wrong about policing needing to change. Alright, forget that. Police are trained to deal with non-compliance with force that is not lethal. Hey, comply or die, Cuomo said. Alright, now, it also goes on to talk about tensions have reached new highs and protesters rise on edge as they wait for the verdict of Derek Chauvin. Now, they also brought up Adam Toledo, which was the 13-year-old, and of course Dante Wright. Alright. So, number one. All these people talking about police reform and get rid of the police and all this. Y'all have no idea what you're talking about, alright? I've done ride-alongs and I've done Explorers program. Look, I mean, it's ridiculous what police have to go through. And then you have to deal with idiotic, stupid-ass people like this. That's the problem in America. Alright, so, you know what? Let's just talk about gun laws, alright? If someone wants to commit a crime, they're going to find a way to do it, alright? Gun laws are not the answer to every problem in America, alright? If someone wants to commit a school shooting, mass shooting, etc., they will buy the guns illegally off the black market, join a gang, join a terrorist group, whatever they need to do, alright? If they can't do it that way, they will find bombs, ways to get bombs. If they can't do it that way, they will use a knife, they will use a car, alright? I mean, that's just the way it is. I mean, that's just how it is, and that's never going to change. There's always going to be crime, there's always going to be violence, there's always going to be mass attacks. That's just how it is. I mean, that's just the way it is. Alright, so, with that being said, he's pretty much mocking white people here, alright? And black people tell me this all the time. Well, it's only black people to get shot. It's only, white people never get shot. Alright. Number one, if you look at it like that, alright? Number one, don't believe what the media tells you. Alright, if you go through life believing what the media or the government tells you, then you're just going to be a sheep your whole life, and that's all you're ever going to be. Because you're doing exactly what they tell you to do. And you're not going to say nothing about it. And these same people are saying, defund the police, don't realize that they're part of the government, but the government is sitting here telling you what to do. Wear a mask, stay inside, wear 2 masks, do this, do that. Y'all sitting there following them. Like, I just don't get it. Alright, now, he goes on to say, from the pandemic and police shootings, alright? This is one thing I never gotten. The pandemic is something that is not controllable. If you get the virus, you get it, alright? Now again, me personally, I don't think the virus is that contagious as they make it seem to be. But with that being said, even if it is, alright, let's just say it is, it's not targeting black people, it's not targeting white people, it's not targeting Hispanic people, it's not targeting males or females. It's gonna infect whoever it affects, alright? If it just happens to infect black people more, it just happens to be that way. If it affects Hispanics more, it just happens to be that way. It is what it is, alright? Hispanic people get infected more because they live in groups more. That's just how it is. Alright? The pandemic is not racist, but people are making it racist. Alright, and they're talking about it don't need to be a political issue, but you're making it a political issue, alright? Now, as far as Dante Wright and George Floyd, alright? You know, when he's talking about, comply or die. Now, that's a big jump. Alright? Let's just think about Dante Wright here, for example, alright? Dante Wright was pulled over, right? If he would have had his registration and all that in place, he wouldn't have got pulled over in the first place. Alright? He chose to resist arrest, and we see what happened, alright? The first officer, I will admit, he was a rookie. He should have had a handcuffs ready and all that. Now, he chose to resist arrest. If he wouldn't have resisted arrest, he would have been put in handcuffs, taken down to jail, done the whole process. But he decided to resist arrest, and he got shot and he got killed for it, and now it's a racial issue, political issue, and everything else, when it doesn't need to be made that, alright? Same thing with George Floyd. Everybody's talking about, he's getting his life together and all this, and, all this. Okay, if he was really getting his life together, he wouldn't be on drugs. I mean, some people might find that offensive, some might find that rude. It is what it is. If he was trying to get his life together, he wouldn't have been trying to pass counterfeit bills, he wouldn't have been high on drugs, and he wouldn't have died from excited delirium. That's just how it is, alright? I just don't get it. And then he goes on talk about U.S. has faced multiple major shootings over the past month. Most recently, Indianapolis, when a gunman opened fire. Now, he brought that up because it was a white person. But I even brought this up on so many different channels because nobody wants to talk about it. Everybody's still talking about, the Capitol attack, what happened on January 6th. Nobody wants to talk about the fact that there was Black Lives Matter. Nobody wants to talk about the fact that Antifa was out there. Nobody wants to talk about the fact on when Noah Green, I believe that was his name, the black man who broke the police barrier, killed a Capitol police officer, injured another, charged the others with a knife. Nobody wants to talk about that, though. Why can't we talk about that? Because it doesn't fit the narrative. Alright? Plenty of white people have got shot by the police and died. But they don't fit the narrative, so they don't talk about it. They want you to make it seem like police are out there targeting black people. And then you have idiots out there talking about, police don't need guns on every traffic stop. Like, people have really just lost their minds. I don't know what to say. Like, you got, CNN had, I don't even know. People are just, they've lost it. They've lost all kind of common sense. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below about this. As always, thank y'all for watching, and y'all stay safe. Again, I could go on for days about this, but there's no point. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. As always, thank y'all for watching. Y'all stay safe out there.